You can call me Ebony. I have tea. I also have this. I actually got it the day it came out and read it, and then I just never made a video. But I'm gonna talk about it now. So just to get this out the way, spoiler alert, I'm just gonna start talking, start blabbing. There will be no order to this at all. Time to talk about the Adventurers Guild Twilight of the Elves. I think it came out almost a year ago. I think in October. When's the third one coming out? Let's go to Amazon, because I'm sure they know. Number 3, Night of Dangers. This comes out, I didn't miss it. It comes out December 19th, December 17th, 2019. That is exciting. I've never been so excited for a book coming out in my entire life. Especially considering how this book ended. I already said spoiler alert, so I hope you know what I'm talking about. My god, Lady Makaiva, she's evil and has been the whole time. I'm just gonna hold it like this, that makes more sense. She's been evil the entire time. Like, Zed was using his flames to help people, but then he used it enough for her to take control. I'm guessing what happens with the flames, it just kind of takes over your body. It starts to consume you or something. And that's what happened to, it's been so long I don't remember names, but the guy that first brought dangers into this world, that's what happened to him. And now it's happening to Zed. And if you remember, the guy that represents the Shadows and the Merchants Guild, he had to kill the dude that just brought the dangers into the world, and they were good friends, at least. I think that's what they said, that they were good friends. And then you have Zed and Brock here. They're good friends. I'm afraid that Brock is going to have to kill Zed. I don't want that to happen. They have the best friendship. Oh. Ugh. Oh, look at this book. It is so gorgeous. Ignore the tabs. I don't know what they're there for. I guess I'm just going to pick through and see what they're for. But I always, like, this book is, it's green. Look at the stars. Itch. Look at that imprint there. Disney Hyperion. And then, of course, we have to look at the map on the inside, because I love this. Nathaniel, I think? That's where the elves are from. I'm seeing the Night Elf District, Magical Academy District, Ranger Headquarters, Callum's home. Who's Callum? I think that's Zed's uncle. And as you remember from the last book, is like on the back where the map is, it's slightly different with notes. Here you have Pit Monk Attack, Undead Ambush, that's right, there's zombies in this. There's also a zombie dragon that can talk to you. Nothing's more terrifying than something that can swallow you whole being able to talk to you before he decides to do so. Dusk Haven, something else. Crypts Below, where all the dead people are. I love how it's slightly damaged there. I actually thought something was wrong with my book, but you see how it's kind of white there? It's slightly damaged, I guess, from the journey. Wait, why are there are mushrooms on this flag, and I think that's because of the Night Elves in the Dusk Haven, and they joined in. It was an epic moment. But anyway, let's talk about the new addition to the crew. Her name is Flame? No, it's not. Okay, her name is Fel, not Flame. Flame is from Fire Emblem, so whoops. So we have an elf added to the crew. Name is Fel. She's a ranger in training. I'm pretty sure she's a night elf. That is something this book does really, really well. They tackle racism. I think I got a passage here. It's actually really, really, it hurts. It hurts to read it. Fel's eyes were on her feet, where Mousebane had padded over, then collapsed again. The Drochet Lithaniel always believed the rest of our people were wiped out, that our culture was lost. Her gaze rose from the ground now, cobalt eyes shining. But that isn't true. These Drochet survived. They flourished. And as far as they're concerned, Liza said, the Elves are still at war. Aren't we? Fel spun around towards Liza, sending mousebane spilling away. Something had cracked in the young elf's gaze. A container had finally broken. The Lich attacked the city on his own, but my entire people have been found guilty of the crime. All my life I've been treated like an intruder in my own home, a home my parents gave their lives to protect. Maybe the Druids are right. Maybe Lithaniel deserves this. Fel, you don't mean that, Liza said. Don't tell me what I mean, Fel snapped. You can't understand what it's like. Every day, I'm reminded that I'm not just different, but unwelcome. I try to be a good elf, for the Drochet and Callum and the memories of my mother and father, but it never mattered. Fel waved the parrot's claw, which was gripped so tightly in her palm that Zed worried she cut herself. My parents never knew our real people were alive and waiting for us, and now I have found them, but I can't even speak their language. She shoved the claw into a pocket and whirled around, her back to the group. A long, quiet beat passed. You're right, Zed said softly. It's not fair. Why don't we look around together, like in the market? No. Fel let out a shuddering breath. I'm sorry, Zed, but this isn't a tour I can give you. I've always wondered what was taken from us, what our stories were. I'm going to see what I've missed. And with that, Fel was gone. That is rough. So she's saying that her people were blamed for the Lich coming in and really messing stuff up. The whole race was punished, which is why they have their own district where they can just be cornered off. And also, in the beginning of the book, of course, like at the end of the first book, you have the elves coming to Freestone asking for help. And so you have all these elf refugees in some part of Freestone, but then there's like a smaller section of where the elf refugees are, where they have the night elves. So you have the elf refugees somewhere here in the corner, and then you got the night elves even more of a corner over there, because, like, way over there. No one even cares, they're off screen. It's not good. You got somebody experiencing this, trying to just be the better person, and it doesn't even matter what she does. People will still think ill of her, just because of what she looks like. It's really nice that they tackle that. And they do it in a way by giving you this really cool, awesome character, just taking this treatment, and then, like, as a reader, you like her, and you don't see anything, like, obviously she's a really good person, but then all these people hate her just because of what she looks like, so you're gonna think that's not good. No, that's BS. What else happened here that I just love? Oh! The whole thing was Zed and Brock. Oh, man. Okay, so if you all remember in the last book how Brock, he's member of the Shadows. Okay, so Brock is a spy. He's supposed to try and find out who is trying to destroy Freestone from the inside, because as you remember in the last book, there was some kind of weird parasite that infected, don't remember her name, but she was like the leader of the white mages, the priests, the healers, and all that. And they believe somebody from the inside that has access to the outside to get the parasite is trying to destroy Freestone, and that means that they are in the Adventurers Guild, and Brock's just doing his spy thing in the Adventurers Guild and trying to keep Zed out of trouble because that's his friend. And if I recall correctly, Zed knows that Brock is keeping something from him and just won't tell him about it, and he's just getting annoyed and like mad, and Brock's always coming in like, no, he can't do that. Like, you can't send Zed out on a mission, it's Zed. And Zed's getting angry about that, as if he's not good enough to go out on his own adventure and survive without Brock. So he's getting mad about that. And then they don't even get to talk about it because, like, that's what happened. He was part of the little group that went over there to take the city back. And Brock's like, well, I need to go too. And they're like, no, you're staying here. And because of that, like, they just separated on bad terms. What happened that required a second group to go after the first group? I think it was a map. Was it a map? I want everybody to correct me in the comments because I'm just going from memory. I got the book open. I'm just skimming through it. I don't really remember. Somebody found the map and it was like they had a path to go that was the least dangerous. But then there was another map that was showing that path was not really the safest way to go because you got the undead there. Or something. I don't remember. I think it has something to do with the map. Another thing that was happening throughout the book was, of course we know Zed got this fancy new fire that he got from Lady Makiva. I like Makiva. He got this fancy green fire from Lady Makiva. It's on the cover that he's wielding it, and... Didn't I already talk about this? I did talk about this, but I don't think I mentioned the nightmares that he was having. That wasn't really helpful, the guy that brought the dangers into this world. You were scaring him. You weren't scaring him to not use the green flames. You were just freaking scaring him. And what he was doing was he was giving Zed this dream about the chain that he got from Lady Makiva along with his talisman and how it was burning and how the talisman was burning off, but the chain was fine and the fire was like engulfing the chain and he couldn't breathe. He was suffocating. And he was like, hey, I tried to warn you. You can't burn a message with those green flames. Now I didn't say, hey, don't use this, you're gonna die. That was just a scary dream because having such a power is also scary. But didn't Zed have, like, his own special kind of magic anyway? That he was drawing from a different world without the green flames? That should come into play. That'd be cool if that came into play in the last book. Mishala. That's the queen? Oh. The elf queen and the leader of the Adventurers Guild, Frond. They had a thing, and I'm like, wow, go Frond, you got yourself an elf princess? Whoa! I know why you have come, the dragon boomed. Oh, this is when the dragon was talking. Oh, God. As does he. Your hunt was always misguided. You do not understand your prey. Yeah, this is why going up against something that can eat you, that can also talk to you, is horrifying. The night elves, it's not Skyrim, they are night elves. The night elves that were hiding in the woods, they come in and I think they take on the dragon. At first they said that they weren't gonna help, and then they came in and they helped and they took care of the dragon. It was like, yes! I am so happy you came and helped. Despite the fact that those people villainize you for something that, even if, like, whether or not it's true, if the night elves did bring the lich, it was their ancestors that did that. It had nothing to do with the people after it. But still, they're hated for it, and that doesn't make any sense. They didn't do it. Oh, his name is Foster, the guy that brought the dangers into the world. His name is Foster, and he thought that he was helping out the world by doing something. I don't know what he was trying to do, but Makiva took over, brought the dangers into the world, and then his friend had to kill him. And now Zed is in the same position, and you have Brock, who is in the shadows. And I'm just seeing this parallel where, because Zed, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what Makiva wants him to do, or it's going to make him do. But whatever it is, Brock is probably going to be the one that has to kill him. And I don't want it to end like that. This is a kid's book, kind of, so I don't know if it's gonna end like that, but it could. But also Zed has his own special kind of magic that people of Freestone, they don't know a lot about, and they see that it's super duper dangerous because they think that is what brought dangers into the world, is his kind of magic. So maybe that'll come into play in fighting back against Makiva. Let me know how you feel about the book in the comments below, what you loved about it, how you, what subjects did I miss, because I'm pretty sure I missed some stuff. What I said wrong, please correct me. But now I wanna start looking at the third book. I think it's just a trilogy, and it's probably the final book. Night of Dangers. Someone has made a terrible, tragic, fatal mistake, unless they've done it on purpose. I feel like I missed something now. After falling victim to a vile betrayal, Zed is cut off from Brock and their friends and unable to warn them about the dangerous enemy on the move. The Adventurers Guild may have defeated the evil that cast the elves from their home, but that doesn't keep them in the Freestone's good graces for long. I swear, Freestone, they just... Good lord. Twice they done great things, and you're just like, nope. They saved your home. They saved the elves' home, which also means that the elves were able to go back home instead of crowding up Freestone, which is already kind of crowded because it's encased in stone and barriers. You're welcome, Freestone. An ordinary day at the market comes to a fatal end when a rare danger infiltrates the city, leaving over a dozen dead, and tensions come to a boil, as this is why they don't like the Adventurers Guild, because there's no other way that a danger got in the city. Tensions come to a boil as the city is threatened by upheaval from within and becomes alight with terror. Brock finds himself frustratingly unable to utilize his underground contacts, though the mysterious Lady Grey may not be finished with him yet. To come together to save their city from a timeless evil looking to settle a score. Timeless evil looking to settle a score. The young adventurers must learn to trust each other again and be willing to do whatever it takes to stop the tragedy of the Day of Dangers from happening again. But that is where I am going to end this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.